Hi, Alexandra. It's Sharice. Just wanted to take a moment and respond to your post. You pointed out some things that really got my mind going in some really good places that were helpful to me. In the beginning of your post, you talked a lot about confidence. You, of course, mentioned how what we do in terms of the data screening process allows a researcher to be confident that the data that they are looking at and calculating is going to be valid and reliable. But, my personal connection for me is also recognizing how what we're learning and what we're studying is meant to help us be confident when we get to that point, and really understanding that an outlier isn't just something that we notice and go, oh, that's interesting, but really being able to know, okay, what are my next steps? What is that outlier trying to tell me? Is my data skewed? As I'm looking at different research, descriptive statistics, or frequency designs, can I truly understand and interpret what I see so that then I do know it's important to screen things and recognize that that doesn't seem right for the way the design was studied. So I think the confidence is twofold. It's important for us to have that as we're going through the process ourselves, but absolutely necessary as we move forward in sharing our research study with the world. The other key aspect of that is you pointed out how screening data, or really screening inaccurate data, will lead to erroneous conclusions. And that connected me back to our earlier work when we were kind of looking at what we do with data once it is concluded. And ultimately, the goal is to use it to infer to a larger population or make decisions. And that kind of hit me in the sense of, as we're going through this process, the responsibility that we have to make sure that our design, our whole process is extremely valid and reliable because of the domino effect that it can create. It can be a situation where we forget or don't fully screen our data, come up with some inaccurate conclusion or miss an error, have some type of error that we overlook. And then someone else uses that information and continues to build off of it to the point where decisions are made that can impact other individuals. So it really, something about the way you wrote that really helped me kind of think about the magnitude of, it's not us going through this process for the fun of it and understanding it just to kind of get through a program or get through an end result, but really knowing that each part of the process is specifically designed so that we can be completely effective. In some of my other reading, one thing that I also thought was interesting is that there was an article that talked a little bit more about how screening tools may have specific respondent questions. I've definitely taken assessments and seen those. Of course, I didn't really know the purpose of them. Sometimes you can see that they're taking a question and they're reframing it in a different way. And I thought, okay, that has more to do with, is it reliable or valid? Am I answering the question the right way at the same time? But learned through some other research and reading that can actually be a way to begin the data screening process, is throwing in certain items and being able to determine the respondents that we are looking at. Are they responsible? Are they high quality? Are they answering things effectively? And that will also kind of give us some idea of kind of the meat of our data and what we have to begin with. So little tidbit there that I thought that was interesting and spurred on by reading your post. Thank you so much.